The Maharshi most eloquently reveals the truth, the supreme truth, in silence. It is the same silence as that of Dakshinamurthy, for silence is indivisible, non-dual, and eternal. It is non-dual in that there is no alternative to the reality. It is that which exists, the self, Brahman. Mauna Vakya Prakatita Parabrahma Tattvam, revealing the supreme truth, or the truth of the supreme Brahman, by silent speech. What else is this silence but being itself? To realize this for yourself, you have only to abandon the assumption of yourself. Where individuality subsides, there is the revelation of truth. It reveals itself to itself. There is no other involved in this. The truth of the self is not revealed to an individual. Yet when individuality is relinquished, in the inquiry that reveals its utter non-existence, truth remains self-luminous, self-revealed. That truth is the very being of the self, the very being of Sri Ramana, the only being or existence that actually is. For it is one without a second. There is no alternative to reality. Where there is no alternative to the non-dual reality, there is no potential for suffering, because there is no ignorance. And there is no ignorance because there is no misidentification. There is no misidentification because there is no one to become misidentified, or to be ignorant, or to be bound, and so forth and so on. What is necessary already is. And in terms of spiritual practice, all that is necessary is a profound inquiry into one's own nature. Your nature is no mere body, and your nature is no mere thought. What is your existence? What is it that does not appear for you and does not disappear for you, but is who you are? Who you truly are, the self, is immutable, and therein lies its indestructible peace. A peace, a bliss, not dependent on bodily or mental conditions. Since it exists, since it is non-dependent, since it is eternal, it is then without birth and without death. to superimpose that which is changeful, that which appears or disappears, that which has birth or death, beginning or end, indeed anything objective, upon yourself and to regard it as yourself, such is delusion. To abandon such delusion, by knowing it to be delusion, is the self-revelation of true knowledge. Put the question to yourself, who am I? If you were born, that is, if there is an I, there is anything else. If the true nature of yourself is eyeless, unborn, how could there be anything else? Satchit Ananda, Satchit Ananda, being, consciousness, bliss. With this phrase, all of you are familiar. It signifies your own nature. But what is this, your own nature? What is that Sat, that being? Not imagined as an I, as a body or an object. What is that Sat in itself? What is that Chit, that consciousness? Not a thought, not a concept about it. Not some activity of the mind. What is the consciousness itself? What is that Ananda, that bliss? And how could you search for this, your true self, as if you were apart from it? The search for it must necessarily consume the one who seeks. That imagination vanishes. And the real which always is self-revealed. It is as it is always. But we can speak of the self-revealed, the eternally revealed, revealing itself again. Of course, this is said only loosely. The reality ever is as it is, perfectly so. Brahman knows no change. You are that, and that is all that you are. Know it for certain by inquiring within yourself. Who am I? Abandon the objectivizing outlook and abide in true knowledge. In that, as that itself. Wherever and whenever truth is revealed, it is always self-revealed. The silent self-revelation of being. Since it is almost Christmas, I brought along just a few phrases, a few aphorisms from some ancient Gnostic works that are pertinent to what we are talking about this morning. Just a few. This is from the dialogue of the Savior. The Savior said to his disciples, "Already the time has come, brothers, that we should leave behind our labor and stand in the rest. For he who stands in the rest will rest forever. And I say to you, dwell in heaven always." His disciples said, "Lord, who is the one who seeks and who is the one who reveals?" The Lord said, "The one who seeks is also the one who reveals." Matthew said, "Lord, when I," and there's a missing word in the text here, "what I said, who is the one who speaks and who is the one who hears?" The Lord said, "The one who speaks is also the one who hears, and the one who sees is also the one who reveals." The Lord said, "He who is from the truth does not die. He who is from the woman," in other words, the body, "dies." Miriam said, "Tell me, Lord, why I have come to this place, to benefit or to suffer loss?" The Lord said, "Because you reveal the greatness of the revealer." Matthew said, "Why do we not put ourselves to rest at once?" The Lord said, "You will when you lay down these burdens." Matthew said, "In what way does the little one cleave to the great one?" The Lord said, "When you leave behind you the things that will not be able to follow you, then you will put yourselves to rest." This is from the Gospel of Philip. Philip is writing and he says, "Jesus revealed himself at the Jordan. It was the fullness of the kingdom of heaven. He who was begotten before everything was begotten anew. He who was once anointed was anointed anew. He who was redeemed, in turn redeemed." And last but not least, the Lord said, "Blessed is he who is before he came into being, for he who is, has been, and shall be." That which is, without birth and without death, which always is, and always is as it is, utterly formless, without division, utterly indivisible, for which there is nothing else, no creation at any time, which is the one absolute. That should be known as yourself. Inquire and see how this is so.